We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
They'll look to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 97 yards.
And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down. It's Stokes, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off play action. Minor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Right back to him on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Play fake. Minor. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Flush to his right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 47. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Stokes. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Off-play action. Minor. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one.
He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Touchdown, LA! Dawson Knox, 43 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Stokes, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Minor. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that had ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They give it off here to the tight end. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 9 now. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Play action. Minor rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's going to be caught by Moss. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake. Minor. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Minor. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They're going to look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. On first down, Minor. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Minor. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Minor. And he's going to go down again. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
On the ground with a tight end. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Looking to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stokes looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Minor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing on 1st down. Minor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 11. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Going up top. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there. 48 yards. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touch.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Back to throw. Minor, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. 33 yards.
And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, they'll throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Minor. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10. Minor. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Off play action. Minor. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice, shorter passes. Get the ball out of your hand.
He's going to take another shot here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving. Keep them.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here, the 32.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun. Minor. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And with the scoreboard against him here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets him up with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Minor. Flushed out right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. To throw. Minor. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him now. They tend to leave him in.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll look to throw again. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds.